Okay, so I'm here with Lucy Handley, who is a customer service communication specialist at INCHCAPE UK, and I'll be asking her a few questions about her job placement in marketing. And Lucy, the first question I just want to ask you is, how have you got to where you are today?
Basically, when I left school, I hated school. The first thing I wanted to do was just leave straight away. And I actually did a previous apprenticeship. I started that 2 days after I left school, and that was in sales. So that was selling Mazdas and Suzukis for a small, very small company. It was a family-run business. There was just one of them. And then I kind of just fell into marketing. So the guy that did it before, he left, and he wasn't employed by the company I worked for, that they just paid him every month to do what they wanted. So it was kind of like, Lucy, you're young, you know about social media, can you do it? So I just started with that. And basically I did everything from like the social media to editing the website to planning events. And then I actually completed my apprenticeship in January, and I was very lucky to get a distinction. And I then thought, hang on a minute, this is as far as I can go. I can't actually go any further within this company. And one day I was just scrolling through the Gov website on apprenticeships, and I came across the one that I'm currently doing. So obviously it was for INCHCAPE. It was cars. I've already worked with cars, but I never actually thought I'd get it. I thought they'd go for someone older, more experienced, got better grades than I got, because all I got was 4s. Yeah. So that's like scraped by just a pass. And I had 2 interviews, and then they offered it to me. So I was very, very lucky to get the apprenticeship.
Very lucky. Okay, so you bring me to that question where I want to ask you, what made you pick the marketing industry? So what specifically made you choose it?
I actually fell into it. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, that's what I want to do when I leave school. Yeah. Because let's be honest, you're 16 when you leave school. Who knows what they really want to do? So I did fall into it, and then I was like, actually, I enjoy this a lot. So I carried it on from there, and then that's what I wanted to do full time. So the sales is just kind of like on the side. That's where I like earn my money really, when I worked for that job. But when I came across this, it was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I wanted to get in for a big company that I can work my way up in. So I'm not just going from job to job to job my whole life. It's just, I want to stay with one company basically for a very long time and then work my way.
Work your way. So that leads me on nicely to the next question, which is, what are your career aspirations?
I definitely want to have a successful career. I never want to depend on anyone else. I always want to think how well I've done. But at the minute, I'm thinking maybe marketing manager or social media executive, something like that, because that's kind of like what I'm doing at the minute. My marketing manager, my line manager is a marketing manager, and she's in charge of Porsche and Audi. So she basically shows me what she does from her point of view, and she's basically what I want to do. She's very successful, and that's what I want to be when I'm older.
Okay, nice. So what motivates you in your role to go into work every day?
Because it's such a massive company that there's so many different areas I can go into. There's so many successful people that work for the company that I can learn from. And I work, I'm not too sure. That's probably just it, that it is such a good company to work for, that they are very supportive, and everyone I've met has been so friendly and helpful, that no one's been like negative, that it's just, I would recommend it to anyone.
Okay, nice. So what does a day in your role typically look like?
So I work Monday to Friday, 9 till 5:30. every day is literally different. Like we've got 17 marketing projects that we need to finish by the end of the year. So if I'm assisting a marketing manager with like a small task, or if I'm doing research, or if I'm helping out a social media executive, or if we're trying to change the culture of INCHCAPE internally. So we're trying to help and support members of staff. Like, no, that's the wrong way really. So we want to make it like somewhere people dream of working. And yeah, every day is different. I can't really say I do this between this hours. Like I'm on meetings quite a lot throughout the week, and just kind of supporting anyone that needs it really.
Okay, so you mentioned a lot about different people being like incorporated in your work. So do you feel like you're making a change in your role?
They have to remind themselves of my age a lot, because they think I've done very well for how old I am. But I would say, like, because I'm fresh into the industry, I see some people have been doing this for years and years and years. There's a fresh set of eyes, and I say, I don't really agree with that. I think this kind of might work a little bit better. So it's just, I would say in a way, but not massively, because I am inexperienced. This is why I'm doing a course at the end of the day. I've got a lot to learn.
A lot to learn. So would you say that your role is as expected as it was when you first started? As expected you would?
No, it has changed a lot. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I am glad, like I'm getting a lot more involved in things that I wouldn't think that I'd get involved with. So like helping the digital marketing manager, so she oversees everything, so I'm helping her out. I'm doing a lot more than I thought I would be. So but I like that. If I can get involved in stuff, I will happily get involved with, because I'm so young, I don't know what I want to do yet. What area I want to go into. So yeah.
Okay, good. So what are the biggest challenges in your workplace that you have had to face?
I wouldn't really say challenges. I wouldn't really say we have challenges. There's like deadlines that we need to get to. If people higher up want certain things for certain times, I wouldn't really say that we have challenges, because yes, we are kind of like a small team, but we all work together and support each other. So if someone's kind of got too much on and someone else steps in, so I wouldn't really say that we have massive challenges where it's like whoa, you've got to do all this. So yeah.
Okay, fine. So the last question I want to ask you is, so how long have you been in your work placement?
I started in March, but then I did 2 years before that.
Okay, so
for another company.
Okay, so how did you find like adapting to the COVID situation as you started your workplace?
So where I used to work before, we were all together all the time, never worked from home, always working from the office. So since I moved into this job, it's all online, not going into the office at all, because my job is actually field based. I go to different dealerships, I'm at different areas, so it was kind of hard doing that transition to working from home, because I'm the sort of person that wants to meet people in person. So I've actually only met like a couple of people. Everyone else has been over Teams, but from August, we are slowly but surely going back into the office. But it is only going to be 3 days a week, 2 days from home. So I don't think it'll ever be really back in full time.
Well, slowly but surely, hopefully everything goes back to normal, which is good.
Eventually, one day.
Exactly. Okay, thank you. That's perfect. So thank you for doing this today, Lucy. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.